we can follow the expert of that field. Okay. Another thing that I want to explain is the word al-ma'rifah, because as you know, our topic is Irfan or Islamic mysticism. In Irfan, the word al-ma'rifah has specific meaning and specific position. When we study the works of our ulama and our Gnostics, our Urafa, we find that the ultimate knowledge that a wayfarer is going to achieve is al-ma'rifah. About the details of al-ma'rifah, it takes time to know deep meaning of this word, but just to have some idea, just in minutes, and I'm going to end my talk with this last topic. First, I just mentioned some important points. First of all, we want to gain ma'rifah. How should we start? It's very interesting. It says, there is a famous Islamic narrations, "Man arafa nafsah faqad arafa rabbah." Okay? The one who recognizes, realizes his own self or her own self would recognize or would realize his Lord or her Lord. Okay? Before I explain a little bit more, there is something very interesting in Islam and Islamic teachings. I had a conference in the US. It was on justice and peace. Okay? It's interesting to know when we study Islamic, when we study Quranic verses and Islamic narrations, we realize that everything in Islam, everything starts from individuals and would spread into the society. If you want to achieve peace all over the world, you should start by individuals. If you want to have justice, govern justice in all over the world and on earth, you should start with individuals of people. Okay? And it has details. It takes time. I don't want to enter that realm. Just because of the similarity of the subjects, here also we have the same method. So if you want to gain that ultimate knowledge, you should start from yourself. We have something in ourselves that unfortunately we are not aware of it. Each and every us are vicegerent of God on earth. It was not just Adam or our prophets. No. Each and every of us. So each and every of us has this ability to achieve those goals. Each and every us has this ability to be a perfect person. هو الذي يصلي عليكم وملائكته ليخرجكم من الظلمات إلى النور. هو الذي يصلي عليكم. It means all of you. يصلي means continuously. So he and angels of him continuously want us to go out of darkness, and want us means each and every of us. So it is not a simple thing. It's a very important point. So if we are ignorant of this fact, we're going to lose the most precious property that we have. At the time of death, we are going to understand what we have lost. Okay? So if we start by knowing ourselves, how can we know ourselves? Through what God has given us. Because we don't know ourselves. If we omit God and religion of God and teachings of God from our life, we're going to be a modern animal. A modern animal. Yes, a civilized animal. Why? Because we omitted something from ourselves, which is the most important part of ourselves. Go and ask the most famous scholar of the West about the soul of human being. What do they know about the soul of human being? Spiritual aspect of human being. What do they know? They know nothing. You know better than me that they don't know anything. Okay? So we should ask God who has created us about ourselves. And we can find all details about ourselves. But we should go and learn. Okay? We should study our sources, whether Quranic verses, whether Islamic narrations, and we should take benefit of that element that I mentioned at the beginning, our intellect. For the same reason we have in our narrations that 1 hour of thinking is better, or it has more reward or more important than 70 years of worshipping. 1 hour better than 70 years of worshipping, because the consequence, the conclusion of this thinking is more. Okay? So